We have this exchange from Nick Sorter clipped and Kyle Beck sharing it. But this is even Jake Tapper who came out on CNN and was saying, yeah, this whole thing was pretty rigged.
Vice President Harris began the debate by punting the first question on the economy.
I was.
It went on from there. Despite the economy being the #1 issue facing the country, the sitting vice president generally reverted to talking points about a few of her policy proposals. Even Harris allies today are saying that she needs to talk more about what she will do for Americans.
Nothing. She's been in charge for 3 years.
Senator Bernie Sanders will be here in a second to talk about more about the need for her to fill in some of those blanks. On the border, another vulnerable issue for Harris, she also dodged.
Would you have done anything differently from President Biden on this?
So I'm the only person on this stage who has prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings.
Okay, that wasn't the question. When asked how she would break through the Israel-Hamas war stalemate, Harris said this.
We need a ceasefire deal and we need the hostages out. And so we will continue to work around the clock on that.
Okay, but again,
no.
How?
No one knows. No one has any idea. But she is filled with joy, and she's a historic black female, so that's good enough for everybody, apparently, even though we don't know anything about her actual policies. Well, we do. She's been in charge for the last 3.5 years. But here was more. They were saying that crime waves have been going down. You just have to go outside and look around, and you can understand that was a fake lie. Byron York also posted this. He says the Trump campaign is now sending out the brand new, fresh out of the oven Justice Department report on crime victimization, saying, hey, ABC moderator morons, why don't you guys read this? All right, here's the summary. Crime is up. In 2023, the rate of violent crime victimization was 22.5 victims per 1,000. But the last 3 decades saw an overall decline from 1993 to 2023. But while the 2023 rate was higher than those in 2021, it was not statistically different from 5 years ago in 2019. So it's gone up since 2020 and 2021. 23 was higher than 20 and 21. Similarly, the rate of violent victimization reported to police was consistent. The 2023 rate was higher than 2022. Wow. But it's comparable to 5 years ago in 2019. So Trump was bringing it down, and now it's going back up. Okay, so you can see it right there in the graph. So, and like it's like cope, right? It's like a cope sentence, but it was comparable to 5 years ago, right? Okay, so it's going back up. So Trump comes in office in about 2016. We've got some ebbs and flows. It goes up in about 2019, comes back down in 2020. And then now Trump leaves, where you see this major spike going all the way back up again. So Trump brings this up during the debate. Lying hack David Muir says, the FBI says that there is a decrease in crime out there. Okay, the FBI didn't include a bunch of information in their report. That's why it's missing stuff. The DOJ came out and is even agreeing. Crime rate is up. And the 2024 numbers, whew, I don't know about you, but you walk around your downtown locations, things are looking rougher than they were 4 years ago, dramatically. And I've seen it in multiple places that I've visited. So I'm sure you're experiencing the same thing. So obviously it's happening, and they're still fact checking Trump on it because they're partisan hacks. It's all real. So the question is, who is Kamala Harris? And we were wondering if she was going to really be herself when she was out there on the debate stage, but she wasn't. Somebody gave her a Pfizer jab of cackleitis to address her cackleitis, cackalagon, and so they gave her Cackalaquil, and it satiated her cackleitis. And so now it's back, man. Somebody needs to give her a booster.
Hey, he has no plan to replace it. He said, steps of a plan. Oh, you all watched the debate. Concepts. No actual plan, concepts.
All right, so that's Kamala. Sorry to fry your brain cells so early in the morning, but just wanted you to know that's who is out there. Now, we've got some other good news out there. The Cook Political Report is now shifting the Montana Senate race over to lean Republican. over from a toss-up, which is good news, says that Republican Tim Sheehy is now leading the incumbent, Senator John Tester, in a contest critical to control the Senate. That's good news. The nonpartisan prognosticating group made the move with less than 2 months before the election. Today, we're making a major shift. We're moving Montana from toss-up to lean Republican. Let's go, Montana! Get rid of Tester. Republicans need to flip only 2 seats in order to win back the majority that's eluded them. The West Virginia seat, currently occupied by Manchin, is a virtual certainty with Governor Jim Justice in line to replace him. That means they need 1 more seat. Let's go, Montana. We're trying hard in Arizona, but we got a tough one here. Now, Senate Republicans are also hopeful that Marino will beat Sherrod Brown, but that one also could be a jump ball in Ohio. So good news there. And the Democrats look like they're a little bit nervous. John Lemire is posting this. John Lemire is a reporter over from MSNBC. He says, Harris pre-debate internals. They said Pennsylvania looks rough, but it's very possible. Says North Carolina is feeling better to them this time around than Arizona. And Nevada and Georgia both seem possible, though challenging. So they're dumping in with Michigan and Wisconsin looking the best. And Nate Silver is saying, yep, internal numbers seem to be a lot closer to what Nate Silver is saying. He says the Nate haters out there aren't going to be comfortable acknowledging this. So polls are looking good in spite of the rigged debate. And that Harris, I think that's exactly what Trump was saying. She came out, let's do another one, let's do another one. And Trump has come out and said, we're not going to do that again. Why would we do it? Why would we go in to another rigged environment where you're going to have liars and cheaters literally fact-checking with untrue things? They're lies. So Trump did 2 debates. Kamala did 1. They've got their second candidate. That's good enough. And Trump is still surviving in spite of everything that's been thrown at him. And it seems like he's might be in the lead in many serious analyses.